What is going on, Laker fans? Thank you very much for tuning in. Let's do a little special little preview here. Let's talk to our YouTube people and do a little preview of Game Two, Los Angeles Lakers, Memphis Grizzlies. I'm gonna have a couple crazy things to say here, which I don't think are crazy, but maybe some people will think I'm crazy. So I appreciate you guys being a part of the show. If the first time you ever been on the channel, welcome. If you've been on here all the time, welcome back. And if you have not subscribed, I'd appreciate if you can click that subscribe button. Okay, so Lakers obviously handled game one against the Memphis Grizzlies in Memphis. Went out there. I don't need to really do a recap of that game, but the Lakers looked great. It was, I think, the best start that you could have asked for. Usually in situations like that, when you're on the road, you're just hoping for a split. Lakers did much better than a split. They got both game, or they got the first game, and now they got an opportunity to do some real damage by taking two games in Memphis. So, Laker fans, what I want to spend a little bit of time on in today's episode is my expectations, not just for game two, but just for the rest of the series. So let's just kind of let's I think let's just say how we all feel right now, and there's some circumstances behind this. I'm fully expecting the Lakers to be up 2 games to none by the time they come back to LA. So Lakers got a game obviously tomorrow in Memphis. That'll be game two. 4:30 tip off. Start pregame show at 3 o'clock. And then game three is not until Saturday. Why wouldn't I expect the Lakers to come back tomorrow and do exactly what they did a couple of days ago against a Memphis Grizzlies team? And I'm going to get into some of my reasons. The biggest storyline coming into game two has nothing to do with the matchup. It has nothing to do with individual players. It has nothing to do with adjustments. It has to do with the health of the best player of the Memphis Grizzlies, who, as of right now, is going to be a game time decision for tomorrow's game against the Lakers. I'm going to read something here. Taylor Jenkins, the coach of the Memphis Grizzlies, says he's progressing. He's dribbling and shooting as much as he can. As I said, he's got some pain he's dealing with, so it's kind of a tolerance thing. He's got some stiffness in his hand, and that he's kind of slowly getting through. We'll see how he wakes up Wednesday. There has been no indications from anybody, Shams, from Woj, nobody saying, oh, no, he's good to go for game two, and this shouldn't be an issue. This shouldn't be a problem. So, regardless of what eventually happens with Ja Morant and his potential to play in the game against the Lakers coming up on Wednesday, I think what we could all be assured of is the guy's not feeling good. The guy's hand is not healthy. And for somebody who's a point guard in the league that plays the way that he does, it's his right hand that's bothering him. Okay, how do you just dribble up and down the floor? All right, how do you let alone get to the basket and try ways to finish with your right hand? It's clear that Ja Morant, if he does play tomorrow, he's not going to be the Ja Morant that we're all accustomed to, one of the premier point guards in the NBA. And this isn't anybody's fault. It's not the Memphis Grizzlies' fault. It's just bad luck for the Grizzlies. We always say this in sports. You don't have to be the best team, but you have to be the healthiest and the hottest at the right time. And for the Memphis Grizzlies, they've had some bad luck. Listen, if they had Ja Morant, if they had Steven Adams, and if they had Brandon Clark, this is a real series. And I'm sure the Memphis Grizzlies would be favored in this series, but they don't. They're all injured. Brandon Clark and Steven Adams are obviously, they're not going to be around. And even Ja Morant, the question mark of whether he can play tomorrow, the big question is going to make, okay, well, let's say he can. What type of Ja Morant are you going to get? I feel bad for them, but this is truly how most of these sports go. Let's use the Lakers the last couple of years. It's not the Lakers didn't have any talent. Okay, last year they, that roster was not going to make it happen. But think 2 years ago when they got into the playoffs against the Phoenix Suns and AD gets injured, and then that's a wrap. Lakers were done after that. You can go look back at any NBA finals. You can go back to the year where KD gets injured and Klay Thompson, and the Raptors end up winning an NBA championships. This is just part of sports, and it's unfortunate for the Memphis Grizzlies and for the Lakers, for a team that really hasn't had much. being healthy has not been, you could say over the last couple of years, has been a strong suit for the Lakers. They are healthy at the right time, and they are playing good basketball right now. So I think the Lakers are in a great position to make it a short series against the Memphis Grizzlies. However, if I don't see a ton of bless yous in the comments, I'm going to be so disappointed. I mean, I just want to see Slee, God bless you. Slee, hope you're okay. I saw that you sneezed during the show. Just checking in to make sure that everything's all right. Okay. That's basically all I'm expecting in the comments. I don't even care about the Laker stuff right now. You better say bless you. Okay, let's move on. You guys know I sneeze once every 3 shows is my average right now. Um, Lakers in a great position to make this a short series, but you got to get game 2. And I have full expectation that I'm going to be disappointed if the Lakers are not walking back to crypto.com up 2-0. I'm going to go back to this. A lot of people would say, listen, anytime you go out on the road, you start a playoff series on the road, all you want to do is split. Okay, Lakers won game 1. They technically already got their split. But the narrative has changed. You can't have your best player on the other team who's questionable to go, is not feeling healthy, and the Lakers already playing good basketball. Obviously, got LeBron and Anthony Davis, got a bunch of role players, and there's already 2 other key players missing for the other team, and you don't take advantage of it. So I expect the Lakers to take advantage of it. My only fear with the Lakers is this, is if they take their foot off the gas a little bit. And I don't expect it, but in order for Memphis to win that game, let's say Ja Morant doesn't play. In order for Memphis to win that game, that means the Lakers have to play really bad. They're not shooting well. AD has a game. LeBron has a game where he's 2 of 10 from the 3-point line. The role players are very average. And then you're going to need Memphis to do a lot of things. They're going to need a lot of things to go right for the Memphis Grizzlies as well. So I guess for me, it's coming into game 2, how hungry will the Lakers be? Is it one of those situations for the Lakers that say, listen, we're not playing with our food. We're coming in here. We understand what's going on with Memphis, and they got some bad luck on their side, but we got to take care of our business. And we got to go back to crypto.com with a 2-0 lead with 2 games at crypto to close this thing out on Monday and move the hell on. The advantage that the Lakers would have if this series is not prolonged, I know we're watching the Kings and the Warriors right now. Lakers would play the winner of that series. Yes, the Kings are up 2-0, and I really thought in order for that series to be a series, Kings would have to win their first 2 games at home, and they did. But don't expect the Golden State Warriors to just fold up shop and have no interest. Golden State's going to do what they do. There's a very good chance that this series goes 6 games, maybe even 7. I know a lot still has to happen. I know it's still early, but the Golden State Warriors, I think, will make it a series. And if you're the Lakers and you could take care of the Memphis Grizzlies and you could do it early, you could do it fast, tomorrow to me is the game. If the Lakers win tomorrow, then the chances of the Lakers sweeping this series and getting the hell out of this first round is very likely going to be in 4 games. And that's my expectations at this point. Again, I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to say it again. If the best player on the other team is really he's having a difficult time trying to play right now because he's injured, then the Lakers should win tomorrow's game. And with that being said, can you imagine if they go up 2-0 and now you got Saturday and Monday to close out the series? You don't have to fly back to Memphis. That's it. And then the Lakers could get what could be some extra rest going into that matchup between the Kings or the Warriors if that series extended. So that's the way I'm looking at this series right now. I'm not looking at individuals. I'm not looking at certain players. I'm just saying that one team is playing good basketball. One team is healthy and has all their players, and the other team just doesn't. And that's something that the Lakers really got to pay attention to because it could obviously play to their advantage, not just in this series, but also moving forward for the rest of the playoffs. So, Laker fans, I expect the Lakers to be up 2-0 by the time we talk tomorrow in the post-game show. When I do the post-game show after the post-game show, I expect to be full shadow boxing, jabbing the whole thing. And if I'm not doing that, I think we're all going to be asking ourselves, well, what happened to the Lakers? How come that wasn't the case? So I appreciate you guys tuning into the show. Give me your thoughts. Let me know. You think I'm jumping too much ahead, or do you think what I'm saying there's some truth to? Again, I'm not trying to make this argument with my Laker lens on and say Lakers are unstoppable. I'm trying to make the argument because Memphis just does not have their crew to go make, obviously a long run or a long push in this series. All right, Lake fans, appreciate you guys tuning into the show. I swear if I don't see 13 God bless yous in the comments, God is my witness. Okay, I got nothing else right there. Appreciate you guys tuning into the show. I'll see you guys tomorrow after the Lakers take on the Memphis Grizzlies. Thanks for listening to the show. Thanks, Laker fans.